So what I have here is my Instant Pot Duo, and we're going to be making yogurt with Rueteri. It is a probiotic that has shown many benefits in weight loss, in digestion, in mood, which is by far probably one of the greatest things. Rueteri is a probiotic that has been eliminated from the digestive system in about 90 to 96% of the population due to antibiotics and the food, in the way that food is made nowadays. So here I have inulin. It's what is going to feed the probiotic while you're making the yogurt. It can be made from artichokes. It's the sugar that's going to be feeding the probiotic. So this is like a prebiotic. This we're gonna put 2 tablespoons. And this is a sterilized bowl.
And what do just a quick question. So what does 2 tablespoons what's the end goal? Like how much are you gonna make from those 2 tablespoons?
These tablespoons, so we also have 1 quart of half and half. So it'll end up being about 1 quart of yogurt. Here I heated up the half and half to, I want it at 100 degrees, 99 degrees. So I'm letting it cool down until it reaches that level.
Can I see the half and half, Brian, that you get?
Yes. So I use organic, pasture-raised half and half that is ultra pasteurized. This is to make sure that there's no other bacteria or anything else competing with your yogurt. So I've already made a batch. This is what your yogurt will look like. This is the end product. This is my first batch. So when you have when you buy your probiotic, the Rueteri, this is the brand I use.
So where do you, you add this at what point?
This was done with my first batch, right?
Okay.
So my first batch uses 10 tablets and I had to smash these. So I have the 2 tablespoons of the inulin powder in here. And since I had already made my first batch with the 10 tablets, you can grow another batch from this. So all you have to do is, this is the liquid is whey, and these are the curds, right? So curds and whey. And you just gonna grab 2 tablespoons of that.
How many tries did it take you until you figured this out?
It has
Or not figured it out, but got it to a consistency that was actually like your palate enjoyed.
I would say this is probably my 5th or 6th batch.
5th or 6th?
Yeah, that I finally got it.
What were the errors that you recall? If you could help out people when they're starting off, anything in particular that oh, be careful with that?
So when doing my research on the Rueteri, I had seen some people had used whole milk, right, instead of half and half. So I used whole milk, and my first batch looked like cottage cheese. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't yogurt. And I made another batch from that one, and I still used the whole milk, and it still came out the same. So I said, okay, I'm gonna use the half and half. I used the half and half with the next batch, and that one came out amazing. That was like perfect. I was like, oh my God, I got it.
This half and half. No.
Yes, that half and half.
Just drawing it again.
So I saved the whey.
And you can see the consistency.
I saved the whey, and and I made another batch, but there was a very vinegary smell and taste to it. So that's when I decided to make, and I did that twice, and they still tasted really great with the saved whey, but I didn't have any curds in it. It was just whey. So then that's when I said, okay, I think it's time to make a fresh batch again, and that's this one. And I was like, wow. So the tips I've learned along the way is making sure your half and half is warmed to that 100 degrees. I just use
100 degrees, or can it be a little bit over? Like
100 degrees. You
100
want it
degrees.
99 to 100. It's like body temperature.
Okay.
And that's where this bacteria is going to grow, is between 96 to 100 degrees. Some people have been able to make it at 104. I've noticed that my Instapot Duo stays at a consistent 96 degrees. Okay. And I've had a perfect consistency with the Rueteri and the yogurt.
And this is what worked for you. So obviously, like someone else, if they have another Instapot, they might have to do a little bit of trial and error.
Right. And the reason I'm making this video, though, is because I haven't seen too many of using this Instapot.
There's I'm gonna pan over there, okay? Keep talking though.
There's a lot of different Instapots. One that they're able to make yogurt in different ways. It's like a sauce vid. I don't know. It's like a boiling method. But I didn't have any information on how to use this particular Instapot that I had. I wasn't gonna go and buy another, device just to make this when my Instapot does yogurt setting. So
you got it on Amazon, or
that one? Yeah, that one I just got on Amazon.
Good.
Everything is actually bought on Amazon.
Really?
I bought the inulin powder on Amazon. I bought the probiotic on Amazon, and you could find everything there. And so I'm just stirring it now. The inulin is a little hard, but you want to make sure that it's blended pretty well and that there's no like hard pieces. A little bit of, you could see a little bit of the pieces in there.
What have you felt like as far as, have you noticed any mood changes or any benefits directly, or not yet?
I mean, I'm pretty even keel, so as far as mood goes,
you're about the same.
I'm about the same, and I feel that it has made my digestion a lot better. So what we're doing now is we're gonna go place it in the Instapot. It's empty. I don't have water. And then I have to cover it with plastic wrap. And this is so that it maintains its temperature. And that it doesn't get contaminated either while...
The fermentation?
Yeah. So this actually has to process for 36 hours. So that's why I'm trying to do it now. Make sure when you are making it, you realize the time, because if you do it and then it finishes at 3 o'clock in the morning, then you gotta wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. And I think we can cut the video here, right? That's pretty much everything, or?
Just one more thing I wanted to mention that is pretty important. So I have it on a small little trivet inside. So if you could actually look in there, oh, yeah. I have it so that it's not sitting on the bottom of the metal pan.
Got it.
Goes in. I also took the plastic or rubber ring that usually goes on in the inside, and that's so that there's still some air circulation, because you don't want pressure We're just trying to keep this at a good temperature, and we're going to make sure that it's not vented, or that it's vented and not sealed. Again, we don't want pressure. So you make sure that that stays up so that there's still the air.
That's a big deal, yeah.
So we press yogurt, and I'm gonna go to normal, and it's at 36. So you could, change your time there, and that's it.
Okay, all right. And then the final result is pretty much what we have over here.
And that's your final result.
That's the final result. Okay, got it.